Do you remember when picking up your grandchildren was as easy as lifting a grocery bag? When climbing stairs didn't leave you breathless? When getting out of bed didn't make your joints crack like old floorboards? I want you to think back to when you were 35. The strength in your arms, the power in your legs, the confidence in your step. Now look at yourself today. What changed? Here's something most doctors won't tell you. Losing your strength isn't just about getting older. It's about what you're not doing every single day. Did you know that by age 70, the average person loses 40% of their muscle mass? That's nearly half your strength gone. But here's the shocking truth. It doesn't have to be this way. I met Richard last year. At 75, he couldn't even lift his suitcase onto the airport conveyor belt. His son had to help him, and the look of embarrassment on Richard's face broke my heart. But just 8 months later, Richard carried his wife over the threshold on their 50th wedding anniversary. How? Through 7 simple daily habits that restored his muscle strength to levels he hadn't felt since his 30s. Today, I'm sharing these 7 life-changing habits with you. And the best part? Just one of these habits can make a world of difference. Stay with me until the end, because the 7th habit is something almost no one knows about. Yet researchers found it can double your strength recovery in just 30 days. Habit number 1. The 10-minute morning movement ritual. Your body's engine needs warming up, especially as you age. When you wake up, your muscles are stiff, your circulation is sluggish, and your joints feel like they're locked in place. Many seniors make a critical mistake. They remain inactive during the first hour after waking up, setting themselves up for weakness throughout the day. Take Martha, a 68-year-old retired teacher I met at a community center. Every morning, Martha would wake up, make coffee, and sit in her recliner reading the newspaper for hours. She complained constantly about feeling weak and tired. "It's just age," she'd say with a shrug. But was it really? Our bodies operate on a principle scientists call use it or lose it. When we wake up, our muscles are naturally primed for activation. Morning movement triggers the release of growth hormones that peak during early hours. These hormones are like fertilizer for your muscles. They help repair and strengthen tissue. By moving within the first 30 minutes of waking, you're essentially telling your body, "We need these muscles today, so don't break them down for energy." Research from the Journal of Physiology shows that morning exercise increases muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% compared to afternoon or evening exercise. That's why the timing of movement matters so much. Here's my 10-minute morning ritual that changed Martha's life. Before even getting out of bed, stretch your arms overhead and point and flex your feet 10 times. Sit at the edge of your bed and slowly rotate your shoulders backward 10 times. Stand and march in place for 2 minutes, lifting your knees as high as comfortable. Hold onto a sturdy chair and do 10 gentle squats, just lowering yourself a few inches. Finish with 10 wall push-ups, standing about arm's length from a wall. That's it. Martha started this simple routine 6 months ago. Last week, she called to tell me she carried all her groceries from the car to her second-floor apartment without stopping. "I haven't done that in 15 years, she said, her voice cracking with emotion. Have you noticed how much stiffer you feel in the mornings compared to when you were younger? If you're willing to try this morning ritual tomorrow, type morning in the comments and let us know how it goes next week. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment habit number 1 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Habit number 2, protein timing transformation. Most seniors are slowly starving their muscles without even realizing it. You might be eating the same amount of food as always, maybe even the same foods, but your body isn't using that food the same way it did decades ago. This silent nutritional crisis is robbing you of your strength day by day. Jerry, a 71-year-old former construction worker, couldn't understand why he kept losing muscle despite staying active in his garden. "I eat 3 square meals a day, just like I always have," he told me, frustration evident in his voice. Yet his arms had become so weak, he struggled to lift his pruning shears for more than a few minutes. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. A 30-year-old might need about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, but after 60, that requirement jumps to 1.2–1.5 grams. nearly double. Even more important is when you consume that protein. Your muscles can only use about 25 and 30 grams of protein at once for building strength. Any more than that in a single meal, and your body simply converts it to energy, or worse, stores it as fat. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who spread their protein intake evenly throughout the day gained 25% more muscle mass than those who ate the same amount of protein but concentrated it at dinner, which is exactly what Jerry was doing. I taught Jerry the protein timing transformation. Divide your protein needs across 3 meals in one snack. Aim for 25-30 grams of protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Add a 15-gram protein snack in the mid-afternoon, when energy typically dips. Include these easy protein sources. Breakfast, 2 eggs and Greek yogurt. 25. Lunch, a palm-sized piece of chicken or fish. 30. Afternoon snack, a handful of nuts and a cheese stick. 50. Dinner, a deck of cards, sized portion of meat, fish, or plant proteins like lentils. For Jerry, the change was remarkable. Within just 6 weeks, he noticed his garden work became easier. After 3 months, his daughter commented on how much stronger his grip seemed when they held hands. "I thought I was eating right all along," Jerry admitted. "I had no idea timing mattered so much." Did you know your body needs more protein now than when you were younger? Take a moment to think about yesterday's meals. Did you include protein at breakfast? If you're surprised by what you've just learned about protein timing, type protein in the comments. Habit number 3, the 30-second standing break. We're sitting ourselves into weakness. The average American over 65 sits for over 10 hours daily, watching TV, reading, using computers, or driving. This prolonged sitting is silently destroying your muscle strength, even if you exercise regularly. Eleanor, a sharp 77-year-old former librarian, exercised 3 times weekly at her senior center. She couldn't understand why, despite these workouts, she still struggled to get up from low chairs and felt increasingly weak. During our conversation, I noticed she would sit for hours reading without moving. "But I already exercise," she protested when I pointed this out. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic discovered something alarming. Prolonged sitting activates genes that suppress muscle growth and strength. Even more concerning, these effects can't be completely reversed by exercise if the sitting is uninterrupted. Your body interprets long periods of sitting as a signal that muscles aren't needed. After just 2 hours of continuous sitting, muscle electrical activity drops by nearly 20%, and enzymes responsible for burning fat decrease by 90%. The scientific term is metabolic shutdown. The good news: standing up for just 30 seconds every 30 minutes can prevent this shutdown almost entirely. It's not the total sitting time that matters most. It's how often you break it up. I introduced Eleanor to the 30-30 rule. Set a timer for 30 minutes whenever you sit down. When it rings, stand up for at least 30 seconds. During these 30 seconds, do one of these simple activities. March in place. Reach your arms overhead and do gentle side bends. Do 5 mini squats, just halfway down. Rise up and down on your toes 10 times. Reset your timer and sit back down if you wish. That's it. No equipment, no special clothes, no sweat, just a 30-second movement break. After implementing this habit, Eleanor noticed changes within just 2 weeks. "I can get up from chairs without using the armrests now," she reported with excitement. "And I feel less stiff overall." Think about yesterday. What's the longest you sat without standing up? Was it during a TV show? Reading? Using the computer? If you're willing to try the 30-30 rule tomorrow, type stand in the comments section below. Habit number 4. Resistance band revolution. Gravity becomes your enemy as you age. The constant downward pull weakens your muscles year after year, unless you fight back with resistance. Many seniors avoid strength training because they think it means heavy weights, complicated machines, or gym memberships. This misconception is costing them their independence. Frank, a 73-year-old retired accountant, had always been the strong one in his family, the person everyone called to open jars or move furniture. But gradually, his strength faded. "I can't even pull the cord on my lawnmower anymore," he confessed, visibly upset. Frank feared weights would hurt his joints or that he was too old to start strength training. Contrary to popular belief, muscle loss, sarcopenia, isn't inevitable. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that people in their 90s could increase muscle mass by up to 11% in just 12 weeks through light resistance training. The key is something called progressive tension, consistently challenging your muscles with slightly increasing resistance. Unlike heavy weights, resistance bands provide smooth, adjustable tension that's gentle on joints, while still signaling your muscles to grow stronger. Most remarkably, resistance training triggers the release of myokinase, special molecules that actually reverse age-related inflammation and improve how your body processes nutrients. It's like turning back your body's biological clock. I introduced Frank to the resistance band revolution, a simple 10-minute routine using just one resistance band. Get a medium resistance band, usually yellow or green, for about $10 online or at any pharmacy. 3 times per week, do this simple circuit. Seated row, sit with legs extended, loop band around feet, pull handles toward waist, 10 reps. Chest press, wrap band around your back, push handles forward at chest height, 10 reps. Overhead press, step on band, push handles up overhead, 10 reps. Bicep curl, step on band, palms up, bend elbows, 10 reps. Rest 30 seconds between exercises. Repeat the circuit twice, about 10 minutes total. Frank was skeptical, but agreed to try. Within 3 weeks, he noticed he could open jars again. After 2 months, he proudly told me he started his lawnmower on the first pull. These little bands don't look like much, he said, but they're powerful medicine. Have you ever tried resistance bands? Or have you been avoiding strength training altogether? If you're surprised that people in their 90s can still build muscle, type stronger in the comments. I'd love to hear if you already use resistance bands or if you're willing to try them. Habit number 5, the hydration-strength connection. Your muscles are literally drying up. Water makes up about 76% of your muscle tissue, but as you age, your thirst sensation weakens. Many seniors are walking around in a constant state of mild dehydration without realizing it, and it's stealing their strength by the minute. Doris, a vibrant 67-year-old, came to me complaining about sudden fatigue and muscle weakness, especially in the afternoons. I used to garden all day, she said. Now I can barely last an hour before my arms feel like lead. Doris saw several doctors who found nothing wrong. When I asked about her water intake, she shrugged. I drink when I'm thirsty. A few cups of coffee in the morning, maybe some tea later. Research from the University of Connecticut found that just 2% dehydration, before you even feel thirsty, reduces muscle strength by 8 to 10%. For seniors, the effect is even more pronounced. Here's why. Water is essential for transporting nutrients to your muscles and removing waste products. When dehydrated, your blood volume decreases, reducing blood flow to muscles. Additionally, your body produces less of an important energy molecule called ATP when dehydrated, directly impacting muscle contraction strength. Most concerning, the Journal of Physiology reported that chronic mild dehydration accelerates muscle loss in seniors by interfering with protein synthesis, the very process that builds and maintains muscle tissue. I introduced Doris to the SIP strength repeat method. Start each day with a full 8-ounce glass of water before anything else. Place filled water bottles in every room you frequently use. Follow the top of the hour, bottom of the glass rule. Drink a few sips at the beginning of each hour. Add natural flavors if plain water is unappealing. Cucumber slices, lemon wedges, or a few berries. Reduce diuretics like caffeinated beverages, which actually increase dehydration. Within just 1 week of proper hydration, Doris called me amazed. I can feel the difference in my muscles, she reported. They don't tire as quickly. After a month, she was back to spending half days in her garden. I would never have connected water to strength, she admitted. Such a simple change with such big results. When was the last time you drank a full glass of water? Many of us go hours without hydrating properly. If you're willing to try the sipped strength repeat method tomorrow, type water in the comments section below. Habit number 6, the balance strength symbiosis. There's an invisible connection between balance and strength that most seniors completely overlook. When your balance declines, your muscles actually begin to shut down in response. It's your body's protective mechanism gone wrong. This creates a devastating cycle. Poor balance leads to muscle weakness, which further worsens balance. Harold, A proud 78-year-old former teacher noticed he was grabbing onto walls and furniture more often when walking around his home. "I just don't feel steady anymore," he admitted reluctantly. What surprised him most was how quickly his leg strength seemed to vanish alongside his balance. Soon he stopped taking his daily walks altogether, accelerating his decline. Researchers at the University of Illinois discovered something fascinating. Balance exercises activate special nerve receptors called proprioceptors that directly stimulate muscle fiber growth. When these proprioceptors aren't regularly challenged, they become less sensitive, and your brain actually begins to inhibit muscle firing as a safety mechanism. Even more surprising, a study in the Journal of Gerontology found that simple balance training increased leg strength by up to 13% in seniors without any additional strength exercises. Why? Because better balance allows your existing muscles to fire more efficiently and with greater power. The relationship works both ways. Stronger muscles improve balance, and better balance enhances muscle function. Scientists call this the neuromuscular junction enhancement effect, but I simply call it the balance strength symbiosis. I showed Harold the Daily Dozen balance system. Find a sturdy counter or chair to hold onto if needed. Perform each of these exercises for just 10 seconds. Stand with feet side by side. Stand with one foot slightly ahead of the other. Stand heel to toe. Stand on one foot. Stand on one foot, left. Stand on toes with both feet. Add mild head movements during each position. Look slowly left and right. Perform twice daily, after breakfast and before dinner. This takes just 2 minutes total per session. Harold was skeptical but committed to trying. After 3 weeks, he noticed his legs felt stronger when climbing stairs. After 6 weeks, he no longer needed to hold furniture when walking around his house. "I thought I needed strength training to get stronger," Harold told me. "I never realized that balance work would bring my strength back." Have you noticed changes in your balance over the years? Many don't realize how balance affects overall strength. If you're willing to try the Daily Dozen balance system tomorrow, type balance in the comments below. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment habit number 6 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Habit number 7, the sleep strength miracle. This is the secret habit I promised, the one almost no one knows about. Yet researchers found it can double your strength recovery. Your body is sabotaging your muscle strength while you sleep, but not in the way you might think. The issue isn't how long you sleep, but what happens during specific sleep cycles that most seniors are missing entirely. Grace, a lively 69-year-old grandmother of 5, slept 8 hours every night but still woke up feeling weak and unrested. "I sleep longer now than I did in my 40s, she told me, "but I feel like my strength is draining away overnight instead of recharging." Despite eating well and staying active, her muscle weakness continued to worsen month after month. Here's what scientists have recently discovered. Nearly 70% of your body's natural growth hormone, the critical compound that repairs and builds muscle tissue, is released during the first 2 deep sleep cycles of the night, specifically during what's called slow-wave sleep. The problem? As we age, our slow-wave sleep decreases dramatically, by up to 70 to 80% compared to our younger years. A groundbreaking study at Stanford University found that seniors who improved their slow-wave sleep saw their muscle strength increase by up to 31% in just 60 days, without any changes to diet or exercise. Even more striking, researchers at the University of Chicago discovered that poor sleep quality reduced muscle protein synthesis by 18 to 25%, essentially negating the benefits of proper nutrition and exercise. Their conclusion was remarkable. Improving deep sleep quality could be more important for maintaining muscle strength than either diet or exercise alone. I shared with Grace my deep sleep protocol that transformed her muscle strength. Create a sleep runway, the 90 minutes before bed. Dim all lights to trigger melatonin production. Turn off all screens, TV, phone, tablets, or use blue light blocking glasses. Lower your home temperature to 65 to 80. Take a warm shower 30-45 minutes before bed. The temperature drop when you exit the shower mimics the body's natural pre-sleep cooling. This temperature shift is a powerful trigger for deep sleep. Do 3 minutes of specific deep breathing in bed. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Repeat for 3 minutes. Sleep on your non-dominant side. Studies show this position increases slow-wave sleep duration. Place a pillow between your knees to maintain proper spine alignment. Grace was doubtful that sleep changes alone could affect her strength, but she committed to trying. The results stunned her. Within just 2 weeks, she reported waking with noticeably more energy. After 1 month, she called me excitedly. "My grandson asked me to carry him yesterday. He's 35 pounds, and I picked him up without even thinking about it. I haven't been able to do that in years." After 3 months, her doctor was so impressed with her muscle tone that he asked what new exercise program she'd started. "I just fixed my sleep," Grace told him proudly. This could be the most important change you make for your muscle strength. Have you noticed changes in how refreshed you feel after sleeping compared to when you were younger? If you're willing to try the deep sleep protocol tonight, type sleep in the comments and let us know how you feel tomorrow. We've covered 7 powerful daily habits that can transform your muscle strength, from the 10-minute morning movement ritual to the protein timing transformation, the 30-second standing break, resistance band revolution, hydration strength connection, balance strength symbiosis, and the sleep strength miracle. Remember Richard from the beginning of our talk? The gentleman who couldn't lift his suitcase but later carried his wife across the threshold? He didn't implement all 7 habits at once. He started with just one, the sleep protocol, and added a new habit every 2 weeks. 8 months later, his body felt 20 years younger. The beautiful truth is that your body wants to be strong again. Your muscles remember what it was like to be powerful and capable. They're just waiting for the right signals to reawaken that strength. Which of these 7 habits resonated most with you today? Which one will you start with tomorrow morning? The journey back to strength begins with a single step, a single habit that you commit to today. If this video helped you see muscle loss in a new light, please hit that like button. It helps our channel reach more seniors who deserve to know these simple truths about regaining their strength. Subscribe for more videos on living your strongest, most vibrant life after 60. And if you know someone who's struggling with muscle weakness, please share this video with them. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is knowledge that transforms lives. Until next time, remember, your body doesn't care what year you were born. It responds to what you do today. So start with one habit and watch the miracle of strength return.